Eyewitness News starts now.
Coming up here on Eyewitness News, family members of those killed in a mass shooting share their grief and their thanks to new efforts by the city of Fresno to help them.
Plus, trash is piling up in the Tower District, so what's the city doing about it? We're live.
Snow falling right now in the Sierra, while valley temperatures drop in your pinpoint weather forecast.
This is Murrow and Emmy Award-winning CBS 47 Eyewitness News at 5.
Tonight, Fresno leaders are stepping up to make sure that the families impacted by Sunday's mass shooting are taken care of. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for tuning us in. I'm Ken Malloy.
And I'm Catherine Herr. 4 men were killed, 6 others wounded at the home near Peach and Olive in southeast Fresno. The victims were attending a backyard football party. Some of the wounded are still in the hospital. The city of Fresno announced a GoFundMe campaign to help the victims' families with funeral and medical costs. CBS 47's Dennis Valera is live at City Hall. And Dennis, the city is doing more than the GoFundMe.
Yeah, that's right, Catherine. The Central California Blood Center is out here in front of City Hall right now. This tragedy really took a toll on our local blood supply, so they've been asking for help as well. I'm told around 53 people have donated so far. Now, earlier at the city's announcement, the families of the victims, they saying thank you to everyone who's helped so far.
He's the nice person I have known. He's a person that everyone want to be friends with.
Clutching a family picture, the family of musician Sai Lee still bearing the pain of what happened Sunday. Lee's older brother, Koo, saying he still can't accept his brother is gone. A popular musician, Koo says fans of Sai from around the world have been writing them, but they've been hearing from more than just fans.
With social media, our entire Hmong community in the country is mourning and heartbroken.
Pao Yang, executive director of Southeast Asian nonprofit the Fresno Center, says the support has been flooding in, and now the city of Fresno showing its support. 4 council members and Mayor Lee Brand announced a Shooting Victims Fund. It'll help affected families with medical and funeral costs. Initially, the city set a goal of $130,000, but it's been increased to $500,000.
Late last night, we met with the families of the victims, and we learned quite quickly that the need for them is much greater than we had initially estimated.
Thanks to the help of private donors, the fund already has more than $30,000. Sai Lee's father, Sai Pao Lee, says he's very happy with what city leaders have done. He may be Sai's father, he says, but Sai is a child of Fresno.
Now, the blood drive here ends at 6 tonight. Now, also on Friday, City Council will have a special meeting to discuss whether or not the city will decide to donate money into the Crime Stoppers reward. Now, Esmeralda Soria, she has already donated $5,000 yesterday, bringing that reward to $15,000. Live here in downtown Fresno, Dennis Valera, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
Dennis, thank you much. In news out of the South Valley, jury deliberations have wrapped up for the day in the murder trial of Erica Sandoval. On the witness stand earlier, she admitted to killing her ex-husband, Exeter police officer Daniel Green. Her defense attorney says she snapped out of concerns for the safety of the couple's 2-year-old son. The jury is deciding whether her crime should be manslaughter or murder lying in wait. Deliberations will continue tomorrow. For continuing coverage of the case, we invite you to stay with us on CBS 47 on air and online at yourcentralvalley.com.
New at 5 tonight, PG&E has restored power to customers in the area of Anderson Avenue and Ashley Way, west of Fresno Yosemite International Airport. A power pole was reported down around 2 this afternoon. Roughly 800 customers were impacted. PG&E is still working to fully repair that power pole. They don't know exactly what caused it to fall. And growing frustration tonight for folks in Fresno's Tower District over piles of trash waiting to be picked up. The city says they're about 2 days behind schedule for their annual Operation Cleanup. That's where residents can get rid of large, bulky items or yard trimmings. CBS 47's Angelica Leilani joins us live from a Tower District neighborhood. And Angelica, what's the reason for the delay?
Well, officials say it's because as the city continues to grow, that they basically have to add more pickup sections and that their deadline stays the same, which is Thanksgiving. Now, folks here in the neighborhood say that it only becomes a problem, the delay only becomes a problem because people pick through these piles of trash and leave a mess. Whether it's spring or fall, many take advantage of the annual Operation City Cleanup in Fresno. Bulky items are left in front of homes during the scheduled time the city allots for each neighborhood.
I think it's good because, you know, people can clean up their trash.
Shirley Aki's lived in Fresno's Tower District for nearly 50 years. As much as she appreciates the extra help from the city to dispose of unwanted items, Aki says what's most frustrating is the mess left behind by people who rummage through the piles.
That's very frustrating because my husband went to work this morning and all of our trash was out in the middle of the road, so then he had to put it all back again. So it'll be an everyday things until they pick it up.
Right now, the city is about 2 days behind schedule.
Right now, it's mostly because we have additional materials that are in the street. There's a lot of illegal dumping that's going on, and so we're trying to stay on top of that. We are working additional overtime in the evenings as well as the weekends to try to combat that.
This isn't the first time the city's been behind schedule with this annual residential pickup. Those in charge say it's been brought up with the city council, and so far there are no plans to change.
That's all we can do, just discuss them when the next budget comes around and when the next rate increase comes for solid waste. We haven't had one in a decade.
And the city says that they plan on picking up all the piles by Thanksgiving. They say if you have a problem, you can call code enforcement or even the police. Reporting live in Fresno tonight, I'm Angelica Leilani, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
Good evening to you. I'm CBS 47 meteorologist Justin Sacher. Cooler temperatures in the valley and snow falling right now in the Sierra. So let's start with a look through our Valley Cam network powered by Master Storage 365. And this is a live view from the Pickett solar camera in Fowler. You can see those clouds there thick in the distance. That's where the snow is falling in the mountains. Not much in falling as far as here on the valley floor or hardly in foothill areas. As you can see, there are just a few returns on pinpoint Doppler radar just to the north of Oakhurst along the 41. It's been raining there for about the past couple hours, but very lightly. Temperatures there in the mid-40s, 55 right now in Fresno, so these cooler temperatures are definitely taking hold. I'll show you what's next in a Thanksgiving winter storm coming up in your full pinpoint weather forecast.
Justin, thank you. Happening around the state, some Northern California residents are without power at this hour. PG&E is cutting off the power due to extremely dry conditions and the possibility of heavy winds. The utility says 16 counties are expected to be in the dark. It's a precaution to lower the risk of wildfire breaking out in the windy, dry weather. About 180,000 customers could be impacted.
We're at the mercy of them. So, and it's unfortunate. So we just have to kind of swallow it and hope that everything works out and that eventually they can figure out a plan so that we don't have to continue to have shutoffs.
And PG&E says they hope to restore power to most customers by tomorrow evening. Some Central Unified students will be a little bit warmer come winter, thanks to a generous donation from the community.
That's right. Today, nearly 1,000 students, kindergarten through the 8th grade, received coats and winter apparel. This year, Granville Homes and Pacific Farm Management teamed up to provide more money for those coats.
You know, we have almost 70% of food insecurity in our district, and this is just something that's really just special for those families and those kids who may not be able to afford a coat or even a winter apparel for this winter season.
A total of $20,000 was donated to purchase the apparel. This is the district's 15th year participating in the Coats for Kids program. Nice to see.
It's great to see those kids' smiles.
Absolutely. Just in time, too. It got cold today. Coming up next on Eyewitness News at 5, more conflicting testimony in the impeachment hearing from the same witness.
And coming up on Eyewitness News at 6, caught on camera. Fresno Sheriff's deputies looking for a suspect who swiped a 20-gauge shotgun from the back of a pickup truck.
Eyewitness News investigates tonight at 7. It's an epidemic sweeping Valley schools, opioid abuse, and your children could be at risk.
They don't know what they're buying or who they're buying it from.
But there's hope for those battling this dangerous addiction.
They want kids to know that they're not alone.
Eric Rosales shows you the warning signs and the people ready to help.
It's never too early to have that discussion.
Murrow and Emmy Award-winning Eyewitness News investigates with Ken Malloy and Catherine Herr tonight at 7.
Carl Jr.
Well, if it isn't Big Carl, you fixin' to sauce me up? Sick those beefy twins on this cheese hound. Scram, Big Mac. Go play with your extra toy bun. The adults are getting meaty. Carl's Jr., you know what you want.
So this Black Friday, enjoy a way better ride. See your Central Valley Honda dealer.
Carl's Jr. They call you really Big Carl? Must be those triple-sauced meat heaps. How about you cloak me in cheese? Drape me in a three-piece patty suit like a beef tycoon. Carl's Jr., you know what you want.
This is CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
In Atlanta, the stage is now set for the 5th Democratic presidential debate. 10 candidates will talk about health care, gun control, immigration, and the impeachment hearings. South Bend, Indiana Mayor Pete Buttigieg has surged to the top of the polls in Iowa. Meanwhile, in Washington, D.C., more conflicting testimony today in the public impeachment hearings.
Today, one of President Trump's top diplomats told lawmakers there was a quid pro quo involving the president and Ukraine. Nicole Killian is on Capitol Hill with a closely watched testimony.
I will begin by swearing you in.
Ambassador to the European Union Gordon Sondland opened his testimony by confirming a visit to the White House by Ukraine's president was contingent on the country announcing a public investigation into a company associated with the Bidens and 2016 election interference.
Was there a quid pro quo? The answer is yes.
Sondland said he later presumed millions of dollars in U.S. military assistance was also a condition, though he made clear the president never told him explicitly.
President Trump never told me directly that the aid was conditioned on the meetings.
But lawmakers pressed Sondland on a text exchange he had with the top diplomat in Ukraine, Bill Taylor. At that time, he claimed the president told him in a phone call, no quid pro quo.
I just said, what do you want from Ukraine? I may have even used a four-letter word. And he said, I want nothing. I want no quid pro quo.
A point President Trump also emphasized.
I want nothing. I want nothing. I want no quid pro quo.
Sondland testified he worked at the express direction of the president with his personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, who was a key player in the pressure campaign. And he said it was no secret, explaining that other top administration officials from the vice president to the Secretary of State knew what was going on.
I didn't see the testimony. I'm not going to recuse myself.
Secretary of State Mike Pompeo dodged questions about Sondland, while Vice President Mike Pence's office disputed Sondland discussed the situation with Pence.
Vice President Pence just nodded his head.
Again, I don't recall any exchange or where he asked me any questions. I think it was sort of a duly noted.
He didn't say, what investigations?
He did not.
A second round of hearings continues with two more witnesses, defense official Laura Cooper and State Department Undersecretary David Hale. Nicole Killian, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And coming up next, Justin has your full pinpoint forecast with what we'll see from this chilly weather.
Not much as far as rain here on the valley floor, but snow continues to fall in the mountains. Cooler temperatures here in the valley. Next in your pinpoint weather forecast.
I'm Billy Bush. Next extra, my exclusive with Fox News ratings king Sean Hannity. We're tackling the impeachment hearings, the bombshell movie, and Kanye running for president in 2024. Next extra.
Today at 5:30, only CBS 47.
Surprise! A new Buick? For me?
To James from James. That's just what I wanted.
Is this a new Buick? I Secret Santed myself. I shouldn't have. I have been very good this year. I love it. I love it.
This year, turn Black Friday into Buick Friday all month long. Current eligible non-GM owners and lessees get 25% below MSRP on most 2019 Encore models.
Hey, it's your Sandman here. Down here. I bet you didn't know getting rid of your old mattress was so easy. Your retailer can pick it up when they deliver your new one. Drop it off at a participating Bye Bye Mattress location, or contact your city about curbside pickup. Then your old mattress may be recycled into lots of new, useful things. It's like a big old swipe right for the earth. Visit buybuymattress.com for details.
You gotta be proud of what you do. You gotta be detailed, element by element.
I've been trained to notice things that most human eyes don't see.
I feel like I put my soul into the cars.
Your work ethic, the product you provide, reflects on your name.
We sign off.
We sign off so you can sign on.
The Sign Then Drive event is on. Lease a new 2019 Jetta. 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month, and 0 due at signing.
A car crash can be devastating, but the wrong decisions after a crash can make it worse. If you've been hurt, make the right decision. Put Jacoby and Myers on your side. Call us first.
At Cracker Barrel, we're cooking up warm feelings of home this season with country fried turkey, hand-breaded, fried till crispy, and topped with holiday herbed gravy. Our take on a festive favorite is back, and it's only at Cracker Barrel. So come on home for the holidays. Come on home to Cracker Barrel.
Yummy lip balm! Yummy lip balm? My lips get so dry and cracked, I need serious relief. That's why I use O'Keeffe's Lip Repair. It's all-day moisture in one use and is guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked lips. Thanks to O'Keeffe's, I got my lips back.
She's brought us the world. Now, she brings us truth and understanding right when we need it most. The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. CBS 47 Eyewitness News is always available at yourcentralvalley.com. Now, your CBS 47 pinpoint weather forecast.
We've got snow today. Good evening to you. I'm CBS 47 meteorologist Justin Sacher. This is up in Grant Grove in Kings Canyon National Park. You can see these big, fat snowflakes. They're big and fat because the temperature is so close to freezing. Once you're closer to 32 degrees, snowflakes end up a lot bigger. So it filled the sky here with this video from the national park up at Kings Canyon. And it's not the only place getting snow. Even right now, we can take you to pinpoint Doppler radar and show you where Grant Grove is right here. This is where Generals Highway, the 180, turns into the 245 if you wanted to take that south or keep going onto Lodgepole, which has even more snow right now. And it's not just this light snow up in the mountains. We're still looking at a few showers in foothill areas, including Oakhurst. We've seen showers here for the past couple hours. They've been very light, but enough to keep roads wet. As we take a look at this Caltrans camera on the 41 in Oakhurst, you do see the reflection there of the headlights there on the wet ground. A winter storm warning continues in the mountains until Thursday morning. You can see it in pink. And in the northern side of the state, it is so dry and now windy that a fire weather warning continues there until 7 a.m. Thursday morning. Weather alerts include some flash flood watches and warnings down in the southern end of the state because of too much water falling there. Meanwhile, wind speeds are approaching about 25 mile per hour steady wind, but closer to 40 mile per hour gusts up in Redding, through Eureka, Sacramento, 15 mile per hour steady winds right now. And oh, have temperatures dropped? We are at nearly 20 degrees cooler than this time yesterday here in the southern end of the valley, 20 degrees cooler than this time yesterday in Las Vegas. This storm system is very dry for us right here, only bringing precipitation to mountains because it's basically on the other side of the mountains. So you're getting cooler temperatures first. 38 degrees at Shaver right now, 55 here in Fresno. Your renewable solar forecast here is showing a dip in electricity generation over the next couple days because of the added cloud cover in the area. Satellite and radar here shows that cloud cover, as well as kind of a couple gaps here. That's where we're enveloping some cooler air. So part of the valley is still very, very dry. In fact, dew points are very low, so we're not even looking at a possibility of fog with some of this. Pinpoint forecast takes us through the rest of the night and tomorrow, where you can see more chances for showers in areas like Porterville and south of Porterville, as well as some scattered snow showers in the middle of the day tomorrow along the crest of the Sierra. We dry out until Tuesday night into Wednesday of next week. Wednesday is the day before Thanksgiving, and it looks like we're getting a powerful winter storm for Thanksgiving. This is arriving in the middle of the week next week. A lot of people taking onto the roads, so you want to keep it right here on Eyewitness News and your pinpoint weather forecast for the very latest as we get closer and closer to Thanksgiving. It's just a week away. Air quality for tomorrow looking moderate throughout much of the area with fewer restrictions from the San Joaquin Valley Air Pollution Control District And your pollen forecast from Dr. Emma Minion and the Allergy Institute keeps those levels low. Sierra forecast continued cloud cover for the next couple days. Temperatures warming up, but they do take a big drop with that much more powerful storm coming this time next week. Here in the valley, we will get rain from that one, and we'll see a scattered of clouds through the next couple days as temperatures stay on the warmer side, but no 70s left here. We left those behind from the beginning of the week.
I like it, and I like the prospect of rain. I bought new windshield wipers for the truck today, so I'm ready.
It'll be nice and cozy, so people have their fireplaces on.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Thank you.
Coming up here on Eyewitness News, brace yourself for higher prices. Why Christmas trees are going for a premium this year. Next.
There will be 2 people going home. You are playing for a lot right now on Survivor.
A new Survivor, tonight at 8/7 Central on CBS.
We can take it one step back.
Thanksgiving was always Mom's favorite.
You know, we're all together here because of Jill. She's in all of us.
Watch and learn, son. One day you'll pass this knowledge on to your own kids.
Everything is going to be great.
A new unicorn, Thursday at 8:30, 7:30 Central on CBS.
The season is here. And it's time for our best offer of the year during the Ford Black Friday event. Now, for a limited time, get an amazing offer on select Ford models. Plus, earn complimentary maintenance through Ford Pass Rewards. The Ford Black Friday event ends soon, so hurry in today. Now get F-150 with 0% financing for 72 months. Or drive home with $8,250 total cash. Only at your California Ford dealers.
Your cash and count down to winning at Chuck Chansey Gold's Bens and Bucks Countdown. As the clock counts down, the winnings go up with big bucks drawings every Friday and Saturday at 8 and 10 p.m. Plus $3,000 countdown to cash drawings every Friday until the new year. Earn bonus entries and kiosk swipes every day during the countdown to the grand finale, where you could win a 2020 Mercedes-Benz with $12,000 in cash. Only at Chuck Chansey Gold Resort and Casino.
Surround yourself with protection.
Where you can play.
The 2020 Nissan Altima with available Safety Shield 360 technologies. 6 systems that help look out for you. This is all-around protection. This is Nissan Intelligent Mobility. Get a low $199 per month lease on Altima or get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 12 models.
Win this car! Entries for the next CBS 47 Renew Rides start in late November.
This is CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
Well, Christmas trees are going up all over, and thanks to a growing shortage, so are prices. Tree farmers say the shortage actually dates back to the 2008 recession. The supply chain took another hit when record heat hit states like Michigan, North Carolina, Missouri, and Oregon that destroyed thousands of Christmas pines. And with Christmas now just about a month away, the demand for evergreens is way up. Prices could be up anywhere from $10 to $40 compared to last year.
Farms were going out of business. Farms weren't planting as many trees. It was kind of the perfect storm to have this shortage we have now.
Farmers are also worried that with prices going up, more people might switch to plastic trees.
And with the holidays approaching, more people are choosing to make eco-friendly clothing purchases. Organic, responsibly sourced, and all natural used to be words reserved for food. Now they can describe clothing too. A list of major clothing brands are now recycling clothes. It's where a customer can bring back old pants, shirts, and sweaters in exchange for a coupon. The garments are then cleaned and repaired and resold at a discount.
When it comes to the number of Eileen Fisher garments that you've gotten back, do you know that number?
Over the 10 years, we've taken back 1.3 million pieces.
According to the Environmental Protection Agency, 11 million tons of textiles are dumped in landfills each year. Experts say more ways to help the earth is to donate your used clothing to, say, the Salvation Army or a local thrift store. You could also consider no longer purchasing your clothes, but renting them instead through companies like Rent the Runway. And recently, the Fresno Rescue Mission sent out an email to supporters saying, if you have extra clothes you want to get rid of, please bring them to our thrift store. So locally, Fresno Rescue Mission, another good option.
Great outfit. Coming up next on Eyewitness News at 5, a happy reunion down under. A koala bear meets its rescuer.
From Botox to B12, discover the fountain of youth at Body del Sol. This nationally recognized and awarded green medical spa offers you the gift of luxury with enhancement packages and the highest levels of service and satisfaction. Love your body by Body del Sol.
The very thought of you.
After 5 sold-out world tours, he's back.
And I'm feeling good.
It's an evening with Michael Bublé.
So come on, come on, come on, come on and dance with me.
May 3rd, St. Mark's Center. Tickets make a great holiday gift and are on sale now at Ticketmaster. A Beaver production.
Honey? No. No.
Nope.
No.
How come I'm always walking backwards?
Because you got young legs.
Only one thing's more exciting than getting a Lexus. Giving one.
This is unbelievable. It really is.
The Lexus December to Remember sales event. See Fresno Lexus.
When we knew Zane was going to be a pretty good cowboy was when he was about 3 years old. He and I were riding through the pasture, and I noticed his little gray pony was going to jump the ditch. I hollered back at him, hold on, hold on. Zane's feet went up in the air, and his head went back. When he landed on the other side, he looked at me, and I looked at him, and I thought he was going to cry, and he said, cowboy. And I said, that's right, son, you're a cowboy.
Black Friday savings lasts all month long at Lithia Hyundai of Fresno with great deals on our huge selection.
Lease the brand new 2020 Elantra for only $89 a month plus tax. Or get a 2019 Kona for only $17,495.
And remember, with our Fresh Start financing, you'll save time and money.
We'll get you pre-approved first, then show you a wide selection of vehicles tailored to your budget. Get Black Friday savings all month long at Lithia Hyundai of Fresno. Shop, save, done.
To watch CBS 47 Eyewitness News anytime, go to Xfinity On Demand and click Get Local. 39 seasons, 2 Valley contestants, 1 is left. Survivor Wednesdays. This is CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
Take a look at this amazing woman in Australia who used her shirt to rescue a koala from a wildfire. She was reunited with the animal today at the hospital where he's recovering. 24 hours earlier, the koala was caught in a dangerous wildfire and had nowhere to go to escape the flames. Tony Doherty doused the koala with water, wrapped him up, and took him to a hospital.
He had flames on his back legs, so I just covered him with my T-shirt, managed to get him off the tree, and it was so hot. I knew if we didn't get him down from the tree, then he would have been up there amongst the flames.
Hospital staff named him Lewis. They say that Lewis was badly burned on his hands, feet, arms, and his nose. He's now getting extra fluids and food and enjoying 5-star service. They say he'll likely join a breeding program because he's so badly injured, so badly burned, he cannot be released into the wild.
Well,
what an amazing woman. Wow.
Happy ending there. Yes. That'll do it for this edition of Eyewitness News at 5.
We'll see you back here tonight at 6.
CBS 47 Eyewitness News is on air, online, and on the go. Take Eyewitness News with you and share your stories with us on Facebook, Twitter, and on yourcentralvalley.com. Retired couple forced to wait months to activate their solar panels. CBS 47 was on your side and helped get the power connected.
Everybody should go to 47 on your side.
See this story and contact us at yourcentralvalley.com. Eyewitness News investigates.
Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale starts now, and it's the best time to save on beds.
Get a king mattress for the price of a queen and a queen for a twin for savings of up to $600. Plus, get a free adjustable base. Your budget stretches further at Mattress Firm.
Don't choose between style and comfort. Get both at the SAS Shoe Store at Blackstone and Herndon. SAS Shoes, America's comfort shoes, have more styles and colors than ever before. If you have foot or back pain, wear orthotics, have diabetes, or just want the most comfortable shoes you've ever worn, then come see the new styles and colors and get a custom fitting at the locally owned SAS Shoe Store at Blackstone and Herndon. Life's a journey. Wear comfortable shoes.
It's the best time to save on Tempur-Pedic during Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale. For a limited time, save up to $600 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. Plus, get $300 in bonus cash, good toward your choice of sleep accessories. Feel the comfort of Tempur-Pedic at Mattress Firm.
Now YourCentralValley.com, pros who know.
If you're retired, injured, or unemployed, PSR Vocational Training Centers will get you retrained and back into the workforce. Contact our Fresno office